Many of you guys are probably wondering, when will the old heroes be restored to their former glory to get back on track? The answer is, you can use them now, because the brains behind Mobile Legends hear us and really did a great job of refining them and getting them buffs so we could use them again and enjoy it. So for today's video, we will be talking about the controversial marksman in the game, Miya. Most of the time in Mobile Legends, the new heroes are the ones that really dominate the game. The developers of Mobile Legends did a great job doing Project Next. It is a project to work out old heroes to cope in today's challenging meta. So without further ado, it's your boy Enzo, and let us talk about Miya and how she can make it to the top in today's era. First, let us talk about her skills. Miya a few weeks ago was revamped, so expect a lot of changes in her skills. First is her passive. I think this is the most impactful change in Miya's ability. Each time Miya will hit a target, her speed will increase and can stack up to 5 times. Most of you who already used Miya are probably confused why is it a good thing because it becomes 5 instead of 8 stacks with the old version of Miya. The good thing is she can still have the same speed as the old 8 stacks, with only fewer attacks to reach it. But that's not all. After earning 5 stacks, Miya will summon a Moonlight Shadow to aid her on her basic attacks and deal with extra physical damage. Moonlight Shadow damage will deal 30 points of physical attack and an additional 30% of Miya's total physical attack damage. Also, these attacks can have critical damage. Next is her first skill, the Moon Arrow. Miya will split her basic attack into 2 arrows that will hit 2 enemies in her range. Her main target will receive full damage, but the other arrows will deal 30% of her total damage. But this is an excellent skill to help her damage more than one enemy in team fights, and help her clear more minion waves faster. Next is her second skill, the Arrow of Eclipse. Miya will launch an arrow from above in a designated area. Upon hitting enemies, the arrow will deal 90 points of physical attack plus 45% of her total physical damage. It will also stun an enemy for 1.2 seconds and will split into 8 small arrows that scatter around. Each little arrow will damage enemies that will be hit by it and slow them. Lastly is her ultimate skill, the Hidden Moonlight. Miya removes all of her debuffs right after she uses this skill. It also increases her movement speed by 35%, which lasts for 2 seconds. Also, after using this skill, Miya will gain 5 full stacks of Moonlight Blessing. This skill is beneficial for Miya because we all know that she can be a very soft hero. But with the help of this skill, she can escape possible ambushes or when she's being targeted by enemies in team fights, which is most likely to happen because of her ability to deal a lot of damage. Next, let us talk about her preparations, including emblems, spells, and items to use. I suggest that you choose either the Assassin Emblem or the Marksman Emblem. They are both equally powerful for Miya. You just have to decide which one you prefer or which fits your game style. The Assassin Emblem consists of level 3 Bravery, level 3 Invasion, and Killing Spree for the talent. And for the Marksman Emblem, it consists of level 3 Greed, level 3 Swift, and Weakness Finder for the talent. These emblem setups are not fixed and you can change it any way you want to, because at the end of the day, it has to suit your playstyle. Now let us talk about her spells. You can choose from Flicker and Purify when you think that you need extra mobility. But if you feel like her ultimate skill is enough for her to escape ambushes and dodge some skills, you can choose Inspire Spell for additional attack speed for her to damage a lot more. Next, let us talk about the effective items for Miya. For her boots or movement, I recommend the Swift boots for her to gain extra attack speed. This attack speed will be a big help in the early game, because it will be a lot more easier for her to complete the full 5 stacks for her Moonlight Blessing. Next is the Demon Hunter Sword. This item fits perfectly and complements Miya because of her additional attack speed and its passive abilities. The next items are pretty much up to you guys, whether you want to build her into a critical killing machine or gain attack speed and raw damages for her to push towers. If you like her massive critical damage, I suggest that you build the Windtalker, Scarlet Phantom, and Berserker's Fury. But if you like to have the ability to attack very fast and push towers in no time, I suggest that you build the Golden Staff, Blade of Despair, and Malefic Roar. The last item for Miya is a defensive one. You can choose from either the Queen's Wings and the Immortality for safety purposes. Lastly, let us talk about the tips and tricks on using the new version of Miya. The first tip that I can give you is that you must always go for the gold lane. Miya must have the benefits of that lane because of the gold advantage she can have. We all know that the marksman heroes are mainly relying on their physical attacks, and their physical attack will mostly depend on their physical items, or the items that could give you damage. The second tip that I can give you is ask for help in the early game. Ask for a tank or a support teammate to babysit you in the first few minutes of the game. As I said earlier, Miya is a soft hero and can easily be killed by enemies. Aside from that, the only mobility skill that she has without her spells is her ultimate ability, that she can only possess if she's level 4, so she will surely become food for the enemies when she's alone in the early game. The third tip that I will give you is the most important for marksman heroes, and that is to always position yourself when team fights occur. Always take advantage of your range and do not allow your enemies to get nearby. Lastly, the only trick that I will teach you is to hit the enemy tower in your lane as much as possible in the first few minutes of the game. It can give you so much gold advantage when you can do that. I think it's pretty much everything for the new version of Miya, and I hope this video helps you and hopefully make you dominate the game. So, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to visit yugatech.com/gaming for more news, tips, and tricks. It's your boy Enzo, and stay safe!